Hello guys, welcome to Bosons Botany, and I'm starting with stem modification. And the first category under stem modification is underground stem modification. And underground stem modification is needed due to following reasons. First, pollination, second, vegetative reproduction, and third, to store reserve food material. Pollination is basically surviving under adverse conditions like under drought, under deficiency of water, when food content is very low, and to survive under those adverse situations, which is known as pollination, this type of modification is seen in case of stem. Also for vegetative reproduction, by cutting a portion of modified stem and by sowing it into the soil, you can get a new fresh plant. So this is also useful for vegetative reproduction, and the main reason for which stem is modified is to store reserve food materials. So here are some examples under underground stem modification. The first one is rhizome. Rhizome grows horizontally or parallel to the soil surface. It has nodes, internodes, scaly leaves, adventitious roots, and buds. And rhizome has following two types, which are rootstock and straggling. Rootstock grows obliquely below the ground, and the example is Dryopteris. And straggling grows horizontally below the soil and it is branched. Example, banana, ginger, turmeric. So rhizome has following two categories, which are rootstock and straggling. Rhizome grows horizontally or parallel to the soil surface. It has nodes, internodes, scaly leaves, adventitious roots, and buds. And the first category under rhizome is rootstock, which grows obliquely below the soil or below the ground. Example is Dryopteris. And straggling, it grows horizontally below the soil and it is branched. Example, banana, ginger, and turmeric. Okay, before I proceed, I would like you all to get these specimens and to sit along with them to examine their structures, because like for example, if you take a ginger, you can actually correlate this diagram with real ginger. So if you keep a ginger with you while studying this topic, it will be very easy for you to understand the structure and the modifications. So here is the diagram of ginger, which is straggling type of rhizome. So if you notice the structure of ginger, you can actually get to know that many swollen parts are arising from a common point, and that common point is nothing but node. This is a rhizome. The swollen areas here, these are rhizomes. This is the internode, the bulging portion here. Aerial stem, these are scaly leaves, and adventitious root. So this is the structure of ginger. Now the second type of underground stem modification is tuber. Terminal part of the underground part of the stem that gets swollen due to food accumulation. So tuber is basically the terminal part of the underground stem which becomes swelled up due to food accumulation, And the common example is potato, solanum, also Jerusalem artichoke. These are very common examples regarding tuber. Tuber has no distinction between node and internode. You cannot get a clear-cut distinction between node and internode when it comes to tuber. And nodes in case of potato are known as eyes, and these are axillary buds. So this is the diagram that I have drawn here. This is the structure of a root plant which is growing underground. As you can see, this is a stem, these are leaves, these are roots, and this is the swollen terminal part of the underground stem portion, which has leaf, sorry, it has got erased. This is a leaf scar. Let me write it down here. This is a leaf scar, and above the leaf scar you can see I have drawn an eye. This is the eye here. This is the eye, and eye is nothing but axillary bud. And this is the stem tuber, the swollen portion here. So I think this is clear. Now the third type is corm. It also grows below the soil vertically, and it is unbranched. It has nodes, internodes with scaly leaves, adventitious roots, and adventitious buds. Example: crocus, commonly known as kesar in Hindi, or saffron, colocasia, amorphophallus. These are very important examples regarding corm, and this is the diagrammatic representation of a corm which is growing below the soil. This is the soil, and it is growing below the soil surface, and you can see I have drawn a perfect circular figure here, but it is not always circular. It has some irregularities along its boundary, so it is not perfectly circle. So for just for the sake of understanding, I have drawn it like this. So this is the adventitious node here, very prominent. These are adventitious roots arising from adventitious node. This is a node, and these are scaly leaves. Now the last type of modified stem is bulb. Bulb is reduced stem, and it is bulb-like. From the name itself you can understand its shape and structure, and it is highly reduced, and it is categorized into two main types, which are naked or scaly bulb and tunicated bulb. Tunicated bulb has a covering. Tunic means covering or a coat or a cover around the surface, or the it is the outer covering known as tunic. So naked or scaly bulb and tunicated bulb. Under naked or scaly bulb we have lily, and under tunicated bulb we have two main categories, which are simple tunicated bulb and compound tunicated bulb. Simple tunicated bulb has an entire bulb which is having a common tunic. So the bulb has a common tunic, and for example onion. If you observe the onion, you can actually get to know that it has a common layer of outer covering. You can easily peel off an onion very easily because it has a very common entire tunic around the bulb. But on the other hand, in case of compound tunicated bulb, The bulb has a common tunic and each bulblet has its own tunic. Example, garlic. So one piece of garlic has its own tunic, another piece of garlic has its own tunic, and if you take a complete garlic without shredding the bulblets, if you take a complete garlic, you can actually see a common tunic around the garlic. But as soon as you start to peel off or you start to take off the bulblets from that common garlic, you can see that each bulblet has its own tunic. So it's very difficult to peel off a garlic as compared to an onion, because an onion has a common tunic. But in case of garlic, there are many tunics, or you can say a common tunic which is surrounding the whole structure. But as soon as you take small pieces of garlic, you can observe they have their own tunic as well. So this is bulb. I have drawn bulb of an onion here. So as you can see, this is a disc-like structure. It is highly reduced stem. This is a disc-like structure underneath here, and these are fleshy leaves. These are fleshy leaves, and towards the center we have terminal bud. These are axillary bud here. Towards the extreme positions, these are axillary buds, and these are fibrous roots. So once again, very rapidly, under the category of underground stem modification, we have rhizome, tuber, corm, bulb. Tuber has rootstock, straggling categories. These are two main categories. And example of rhizome, Dryopteris, banana, ginger, turmeric. Under tuber, we have potato, Jerusalem artichoke. Under corm, we have crocus, colocasia, amorphophilus. Under bulb, we have naked or scaly bulb and tunicated bulb, and under naked or scaly bulb we have lily, and tunicated bulb is further categorized into simple tunicated bulb and compound tunicated bulb. Simple tunicated bulb has onion and compound tunicated bulb has garlic, and this is the diagram. So I think this is clear, and in my next video I will continue with this topic, that is stem modification. Thank you for watching, and if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. And I'm really getting very good feedbacks from you guys, so I'm really thankful and want all your blessings and comments, negative, positive, any kind of comment. Just I want to rectify my videos, my channel, my quality of teaching, and want to improve myself. So give your valuable comments, and please like my videos. Please subscribe to my channel and share my videos with your friends, and give your valuable comments, which are very, very important. Thank you.